Alright, back again, Luke here, and this is the second part of my arcade board collection. I don't know how I was able to get most of these things in these boxes because it's pretty cramped. But the first board that I have on top here, this is my Konami board, and this is my Parodius game. Now, one thing to consider if you get a Konami board that runs on the GX system hardware is that every time you swap out, there's a top ROM board here that goes into the main board, and anytime you swap out a ROM board, you have to make sure that you hold down the reset button and for the board in order to recognize the new top ROM. If you don't hold down the reset button, what it'll do is it'll throw up some error codes, which is what I had when I got this in two different pieces. So it was quite frustrating, but yeah, it works out great. So there's my Parodius board. Put this one over here. And under that one is my Insector X. Now this is a very small board here, and I don't even think you'll be able to see through that, but this says Insector X. It's had some repair work to it over the years, has a lot of different lines that have been jumped from different EPROMs onto the board, but works fantastic. It's a great classic here. And under that one is my Wild Fang board. If you remember, I put up a video on this quite recently. A monster of a board, lots of connections on this one, but a really great side-scrolling beat-em-up game. It's a fantastic board, and it's rare, not easily found at all. Put this one out of the way. And as you can see there in the back, that's my Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. This is my other Mortal Kombat 1. And this is going to come out so great, but this one has the soundboard to it as well. Works fantastic. It's a great board. And get the tape off of that. Next down here, if you can see this one, this is that Pac-Man board that I got from Moomert 1. And yeah, it works really well. I gotta do some more with the wiring here. I gotta still connect up the two-player, but you saw that one in action. You saw some of my other videos. Let's see, down here, what do we got? This one here is probably not gonna come out very easily. This board has lots of Japanese on it. And it says Capcom on it, but it's not Capcom here. Woo! Can't keep this thing stable. This is my, I don't know if you can see it down there, it's my Hammer and Harry board, and it's quite a monster of a board here. Still got a couple of capacitors that I need to replace on this to make this 100% perfect, but it still works and it plays. It's a really good board. Got a few different IREM boards, but sadly most of them are broken, and I need to figure out what's wrong with them and get them working again. My Gun Force 2 board that I have, that's laying dead in another box. Let's see, for the other ones down here, we have, I think, a couple more Capcom boards. And this one is Capcom. This is the King of Dragons. This is King of Dragons. Yeah, this is a fantastic game. I love this game a lot. A lot of fun. I think eventually I'll probably pick up Knights of the Round. I don't have that game, but that's another great Capcom game. And this one is Captain Commando in a different box than the instructions. Figures that I'd do something like that. In front of Captain Commando is my second Double Dragon board. I have two Double Dragon boards, not to be confused with 2 Double Dragon 2 boards, but this is my second Double Dragon board. One Double Dragon board, when I bought it originally, it had a lot of cracked capacitors on the top, and I wound up switching them out, but I wanted to have another one just in case something went bad, because it had really glitched up graphics. But yeah, that's my second one there. And let's see, I found a couple other boxes here. Close this up while I was digging around. And this monster here, this is the one that I wound up getting that was partially destroyed. Didn't have sound, but as soon as I replaced the capacitor on it, I got the sound back. And this is the one, if you remember, I had to do the massive amount of wiring on here. As you can see, I didn't have the wire connector for it, the edge connector for it, so I wired each one of these wires individually onto the. And this is my jailbreak board, Konami jailbreak. Really old and extremely large. I mean, this is a beast right here. So took quite a bit of yeah, wiring to get it to work, but it works fantastic now, and it's a great little board to play with. But probably the biggest problem with this board is the difficulty. I mean, you want to talk about super difficult, try and check out a video on YouTube about jailbreak. You'll laugh. It's hard stuff. And I found another box with arcade boards in it. And this one here has my 3 Wonders. And you can tell it's the 3 Wonders by looking at all the different ROMs on this. This is a monster board here. I'm just really not looking forward to the day when this little monster here, this little battery, decides to die out on it, because then I'm going to have to get some replacement EEPROMs for this so I can play it again. But for the time being, it's still working, and no problems with it. A little bit of color discoloration in the main menu, but I think that's more to do with some sort of settings or some sort of flaw in the EEPROMs when it was programmed. But take that one out. And under that is what? What is this? Once again, more boards that I can't remember for the life of me. Taito. Ah, this is my Crayola Shin-chan, which is a Japanese character, really popular Japanese cartoon character, animation character, and this is kind of like a puzzle quiz game, so it's quite interesting. It's extremely challenging. It's good for practicing Japanese, though. And under this is my Ninja Gaiden board. Now, this Ninja Gaiden board is two boards together, and it's quite a beast. It's very, very large, and it's a fantastic game. Totally recommend this one here. And under that, we have, this is my what is this? Time Soldiers. Now, Time Soldiers is another huge board. Time Soldiers is also a really difficult game to play, especially if you don't have the correct joysticks. You need 360-degree rotating joysticks to play it in order to spin your character around. I put up a video of it, a very short video of it, a long time ago, but yeah, it was pretty much unplayable. All you could do is move left and right, and it was really hard to play. But same thing with Ninja Gaiden. Ninja Gaiden usually had originally had a controller that had a button on top, which was used to grapple onto things. But even in a standard JAMA cab, I think if you press 2 buttons at the same time, you can get it to you can get your character to grab on to like lamp poles and things like that. But yeah, this is a little bit of a look at some of the other boards that I have here, and like I said, I got a few more boxes, a couple more of these big boxes here that eventually, hopefully when I get a chance, I'll dig them out and make another video of this, but just wanted to show you guys a little bit of an idea as to how many of these boards I got laying around here, so you can get a pretty good idea as to what I got. But that's about all for me for right now. Like always, I'll put up another video here soon, so thanks for watching. Now it's the trouble of putting everything back.